How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another Hbar update. If we take a look at Hbar, we can see that it's actually forming this bullish structure down over here, but it's not yet out the woods. When I place my fibs, there's one key deciding level, and that's the 35 cent area. So basically, this move up until that point could be corrective with another bigger move coming back down, and it doesn't necessarily need to even go up that high. This is already early enough, but essentially this is called the golden pocket or the golden ratio, and we're trying to get Hbar new all-time high. The journey up is not necessarily bullish because it could just be pumping as low as here or as high as there before continuing lower. um, Only once that has been turned into support, then we can start envisioning these higher price targets and new all-time highs. So anywhere between 55 cent and $1.28. Now that would be exciting, right? Especially with how low it is currently when we're talking about such high price targets. But we also need to understand that it must break the 886 fib, use it as support in any way. If it, after breaking through, it just can't lose this area of support and then continues higher into those targets. So we do have bullish structure down over here, shoulder, head, and the right shoulder here forming. So this would be your neckline. So we can also see that the moving averages have been recovered. Previously we saw fake out. We don't want that to be the case once again. That's why it's very important for Bitcoin right now to do exactly what I just said Hbar needs to. We know the move up could just potentially be corrective. However, what we need to wait for is the 886 to break. We got that yesterday and come back for support. Earlier today, it looked like it was getting lost. There's still enough time in the day to mess this up, but currently, as it is, it's currently above the 886. So we've seen a breakout and a retest. So as long as it holds, and then the following day we can now break out of this wick 107k, so we could break 107k. That means all altcoins should start breaking out because Bitcoin would be targeting anywhere between 120 and 160 up there. So heading back over to Hbar, if Bitcoin is going to break out, that means Hbar should actually target this area. By the time Hbar gets up there, it could be Bitcoin meeting its first target, 120k or 130k, somewhere in between there. And maybe we see a pullback from there. Hopefully this area maintains, and then we get continuation into 140, maybe as high as 160. And so that would be Hbar breaking through this area and targeting anywhere between 55 and 82 cent. I will be here to call it out. Just be aware and keep up to date with my Bitcoin videos. I just posted one earlier today. And so the moment we see that daily candle close and then a further break of 107k, I believe that Hbar would have held this area support, which is 18, 19 cent. This is interesting because I know it's been a while, but my last videos, I was marking this area out as support, and it was very important for Hbar to recover this low. It should have never been lost in the first place as the 200 EMA was there. So even with this price action, losing the moving average, it's still holding the wick, so still holding this horizontal level of support. And this is where we should have seen a macro double bottom from. That would have broken the 886 and then headed up from there. But we saw a new low. So by pumping back up into it, the risk is that it's going to act as resistance. And so we should have continued down lower from there. So we saw characteristic and structural changes once that resistance wasn't listened to. We saw it broken, and now it's coming into that area for support, all above that low. And it's also the 200 EMA once again. So it's vital that Bitcoin breaks out of here. That would mean Hbar's bottom is in. That would also mean it should continue on a journey up like that. That is the immediate short-term move. So we can worry about a potential case like that when it comes to it. Let's just get excited about this potential next move, which is definitely something money can be made on. That is it from me today. Like, subscribe, comment, and share. If you want further exclusive content, check out the Discord community. I'm posting in there constantly. I also host live streams where you can ask me any questions. If you're someone that has struggled over the past year, check out the one-to-one mentorship or the ebook. Links are down below. Like, subscribe, comment, and share. Hopefully we can hit 10K soon. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.